and here's this turbocharged 4-cylinder all-wheel drive that is just smoking every one of the V8s at the time, just making them look stupid. And that just caught my eye. Something that you wouldn't think would make all this power and be so fast and sound good, and it had this distinctive like rumble about it. That's what made me fall in love with it. So my name is Mitchell Openbrier, and I drive a 2011 Subaru WRX STI.
How much horsepower do you make?
None. Bloopers, babe. No. How much horsepower does it make? About 315 all-wheel. So why did I buy the STI over any other car? It was closest. I actually was looking at a couple Evos, but they were about a 6-hour drive from where I was. This one was about 2 hours, and I knew I wanted one or the other. Every other car I just don't like. So how long have I owned it? About 4.5 years. It started off with something simple. I got the Mishimoto intake. I got an Invidia catted down pipe. I have a full 3-inch custom straight pipe. I was running the Invidia in-one single exit at first, and I got an access port V3, ran the stage 2 tune, and a Cobb blow-off valve. Other than that, the car was virtually stock for the first 3.5 years I owned it. I did have some Rota Grids on it previously. Then last summer, when I finished paying the car off, is when everything else happened. It's got a VIS carbon fiber hood, a full Avery gloss dark gray wrap. It's got new Avid 1 AV20s, Yokohama all-season tires, the tire lettering, Perrin, heat shrouds all throughout the engine, and what else? There's the Brom harness bar, the Sparco harnesses, the Sparco's L575 steering wheel and suede, the NRG short hub. I have new glow shift gauges in there. On the A-pillar, I have strafe design, front splitter, side skirt extensions, and rear diffuser, J&A Performance front lip. It's mostly cosmetic stuff. What else on this? Roof rack. It's got a lot of cosmetic things on it for the most part. Power, it's not too much, it's pretty slow. I never wanted to get to the point where I had to put a built motor into it because I'd rather spend that 10 grand on a second car. Why do I love cars so much? That's a tough question, man. I think it's basically just because of where I grew up. If I grew up somewhere else, I think I'd have other hobbies and interests, which I do have some, but not as much as cars. But here in Indiana, it's everything. I mean, home of the Indianapolis 500. I mean, it's the home of racing. We have one of the most famous racetracks. That's all we do growing up. We work on cars, we learn about cars, we hang out and talk about cars. It's Indiana. It's just, it's what we grew up with, man. I definitely loved the Fast and Furious movies and stuff when they came out. I've always been a huge fan of the franchise, but I don't know that it influenced me as much as maybe other people. They're great movies, I love them, but like I said, in Indiana, it's all about cars, especially in Indianapolis. Every weekend, you're hanging out with your friends, you're working on your car, you're going out and driving, you're going to meets talking about your cars. It's here. I think the movies are great, but like I said, I don't know that it influenced me and my love of cars. Another thing that might have influenced me was when I was younger, I think about 6 or 7, one of my best friends, Andy, he used to race quarter midgets. For those people who don't know, they're basically a small little engine on the back, you have a little roll cage, and we used to race them on a track at the state fairgrounds, and I raced those for probably 6 or 7 years, and raced those around. I was pretty decent at it, so I grew up racing as well, and then when it got time, it was either keep the race cars or get a street car, and of course I went street car option so I could hang out with my friends and drive around. So we'll start with the YouTube channel because it's smaller. I started it, I believe it was November of 2017. I was finally at the point I was like, I need a hobby. I wanted something creative, something to kind of pique my interest. I started filming. I did a video a day for a little over 100 straight days, and it kind of burnt me out because I was running out of content. Indiana's kind of boring at times. But Instagram, now that one, I started my Instagram 5 or 6 years ago, and it was just mainly for me and my friends, a couple pictures. But about 6 months ago, I actually started focusing heavily on it, posting every day, working the algorithms and things like that, and now I'm sitting at 13.6 thousand, so Instagram's my jam, bro.
Plug.
It's my name, Mitchell Openbriar. So if I could have any other car, it's actually a two-part thing. It's how my brain works. I have this triangle of reasonably obtainable dream cars that I've always wanted. The bottom 2 corners is going to be my STI, and I want an Evo. I want to strip an Evo down, I want to build it for power, and it's going to be my track car. This is my weekend play toy. And at the top of my triangle is I want a GTR as my daily. I've always wanted an 8 or a 9. They're my preferred Evos. I've always loved them. But basically, I view Evos and STIs as equal in every way, and the GTR is just one step above. So I've always wanted to own all 3 of those cars at the same time and kind of complete my little triangle. My name is Mitchell Openbriar, and I drive a 2011 Subaru WRX STI sedan.
Alrighty guys, if you guys liked the video, man, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already subscribed to my channel. If you guys want to see some like behind the scenes of how this video was and see some like bloopers and stuff like that, hit up Mitchell Openbriar. I'll leave his Instagram. I mean, you guys already seen the Instagram, but I'll leave the link to his YouTube channel down in the description below. Go check it out if you guys want to see some bloopers. Thanks again, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me film your car and doing an interview. I know that you guys definitely been asking for it, so hopefully you guys liked it. Till next time, guys, keep grinding.